Hi there, again, I hope you're doing fine wherever you are. What I'd like to say first is let God bless a black woman. Those people are so beautiful, those people are so powerful. And sometimes I know the story is being changed, the story is being erased from you, and all credits are being taken away from a black woman. I know being raised by a black woman, I can confidently say, yes, black women are charm, they are gold, they are beautiful. Now what's the problem in the house? um Again, this is something which has been happening for the longest time, and the topic of today, Latinos, they did it again. And I'm not trying to paint Latinos as bad people. Rather, I would like to recognize the fact that we have some of them who doesn't understand the struggles of black people, and in this situation, I'm always trying to share with you and tell you that we black people, we are so much related, especially to the Afro-Hispanics, because most of Hispanics or Afro-Hispanics have their roots traced back to Africa. But why are they still doing this to black folks? Well, I know we have a group of Latinos who always don't agree with whatever is being said or whatever is being done by this. And I want us to watch this video. It's an heartfelt video that I'd like to share with you because I believe that it is important and we need to watch the video, all of us, and learn something away from it. Man, I don't know why Latinos keep on doing this to black folks, generally, and all the benefits from civil rights movements we enjoy. Even as an African, if I go to the United States today, I'll enjoy the same thing. I don't want to preempt a lot of things, so I want us to watch this video. It's going to describe a number of things that we need to talk about at the end of the video, and then come back, say something as you usually do. So let's watch the video, then come back.
Gina, Miss Mamas, and so you do right by us? Yeah, now. If you guys haven't heard, another one of Gina Rodriguez's shows have been canceled after just 2 seasons, and a lot of people are speculating this could be due to her karma for when she made a lot of anti-black statements. So let's revisit history if you don't know what I'm talking about. I mean, could it be the fact that she gave us this very tone-deaf apology for saying the N-word while listening to the Fugees? Could it be that she just always has an anti-black rhetoric or something anti-black feeling or sounding on display? Could it be that she said there were no Latino winners at the 2019 Emmys when Jarrell Jerome, who is Dominican, won for When They See Us? Or could it be because she said her father was dark-skinned and therefore she should be allowed to be a part of the black conversation? And I don't think anybody ever told Gina, once we don't forgive you, we don't forgive you in this community.
Black women get the most disrespected out of everybody. They get the most disrespected in the business, and they're the most supportive. They're the most supportive of especially black male actors, who a lot of that don't marry any of the black women. They get support from black women. Black women spend so much money and support us. Like me, me, as much as I talk shit about pro-black shit, black women in the streets show me so much props. I would be an idiot to be dogging them in public, man. It's like there's a lot of us that do that. We kind of not loyal to black women at all, and it's up on all levels. We need to cut that shit on. Gina Rodriguez is wrong for what she does, because a lot of Latinos are racist as fuck towards black people. That's the truth. Even though we come from the same blood, a lot of us come from, if you're Puerto Rican, Dominican, you know what I say. Puerto Rico, how many times do I got to bring this shit up? If you come from Puerto Rico, Dominican, Honduras, Colombia, the diferente países, it's all very African. 86% of Latinos are African blood. You know what I mean? And for her to say, interrupt the black women, say women, no, black women. I'm not trying to disrespect her, but no, don't interrupt us. Speak for yourself. Black women are disrespected. Black women are not lying when they are talking about this kind of shit. You understand? They're not crying wolf. Listen, black women are the most educated in America. The most educated, the most shit on, the most, and then they get disrespected as far as Hollywood. They're either over-sexualized, a black woman can't be on TV unless she dude, you know what I'm saying? She got to be a side bitch and all this other dumb. There's 1,900 shows with white women being tough, and white women are not that tough. I get on an elevator, they holding their purse. White men aren't that tough. I'm tired of seeing white girls karate fucking 200-pound guys. Yeah, ha, yeah, good job, Betty. Yeah. Yeah, doing wrist grabs to 200-pound men. Yeah, Supergirl. Yeah, that's right. What the fuck out of here? Black women there should be more shows with black women superheroes, the whole nine. And for her, Gina Rodriguez, to jump on the Black Panther shit, that's typical shit that other minorities do. They always want to leech off of a black movement. It's always, when did you never spoke up when all these white movies were out? You didn't say a word. But as soon as Black Panther comes out, you know what I mean? Now you want to jump off of our shit, but that's typical shit from Asians, from Latinos, always jumping off of our movement all the time. Even when Latinos, when they do like their protests, they copy the civil rights movement. Everybody copies black people's movements. You know what I'm saying? But then when they get their rights, they go back to calling us niggas and shit, shitting on us and shit. You know what I mean? We don't want you, don't marry none of these, you know what I mean? But they always want to base their schematic of civil rights movements off of our shit, leeching off of us. We're the most leeched on, most sucked on, most copied thing. Black people, we're on your side. When Latinos are shit on, we're the first people to speak up because black people speak up the most out of all races. We speak up the most because we've been the most battered. We've been side to side with white people for hundreds and hundreds of years, thousands of years. I mean, we were ruling Europe. Listen, this is real shit. We taught Europeans how to wash the Moors. It's real talk. It's a fact. So we've been around you for a long time. We're like brother and sister, we're kinship, So when the other races come in, the Latin races and the other races start talking that shit, it's like, yo, relax, we're on your side. When Asians, Crazy Rich Asians, I was happy for them motherfuckers, man, because we know what it's like to be left out. But as soon as you guys get a little bit of an inch, you come looking at us like we ain't shit. It's like we ain't shit. Like we always are there to uplift everybody else. Then when they get somewhere, they fucking kick the ladder down. Man. Black people are a big presence in Hollywood. Black women are a big presence in Hollywood with the Issa Raes, the Ava DuVernays, Oprah. We have the most powerful woman in entertainment, who's Oprah Winfrey. You need to keep your mouth shut. And I'm talking to all minorities from other races. Keep your mother. Keep black women's name out your complimenting them. I'm speaking up for black women. You know what I mean? I love black women. They're the fucking dopest to me. And it's not taking anything from other women. And what's fucked up too is when you talk proudly about black women, everyone gets upset. Everyone gets mad. Because the hatred of black people is so ingrained that if I go, black women are amazing. Well, you're being racist. Does that even make any sense? That doesn't even make any sense. Black women are the shit. They age the best. They got the best bodies. You must age early. You feel me? And you copy everything from black women. You dance like them. You talk like them. You ever see other races when girls want to get an attitude? They do this shit. They go, I see Asian girls doing it. I see Latin girls. It's black women shit. Right? Yeah. You get everything from black women. Even gay white men steal shit from black women. Girl, honey. The f*** out of here. Black women are the trendsetters, man. Of course, black men are too. But Gina Rodriguez is wrong for that. When white people are doing shit, you need to talk that shit in front of white folks. When you see a superhero movie, that's with white people, you go, Where are the Latin people? Don't base your shit off the Black Panther. And Black Panther's an actual superhero. It wasn't some like Black Panther's an actual, it's a Black Panther. It's not like they named Black Panther. Hey, let's call it Panther. Call it Black. Yeah, we gonna call it Black Panther, man. It was done in 1966. So Gina Rodriguez, I don't know her like that. I'm not disrespecting her, calling her bitch, but you need to really pick and choose when the fuck you open your mouth about us, man. I'm serious about my culture, man. I'm serious about black women. I'm serious about black men, because we need to get our shit in order, man.
Well, at least she's honest. Unlike some of the folks out here who want to pretend that their attempts to silence black voices is anything other than their own hatred of black people. At least Sharon is deciding to be honest. Now we could deal with the actual issue, which is your own internalized hatred of black people. Because you said this on a video where I was speaking directly to black people about our culture and the access to our sacred spaces, where I was talking about the value of our culture and our people, and the ways in which Sharon's people have shut the doors time and time and time and time again for hundreds of years on people who look like me, but then have the audacity to turn around and scream segregation when we start talking about gatekeeping our culture. And I want to note Sharon's comfortability with trying to speak over black voices about black things. Like, Sharon felt very comfortable in this forum, in this setting, where I said, hey, I'm talking to black people only. You're welcome to stay. If you're not black, but you're not welcome to speak over us. She felt very comfortable with speaking over us. Not only just speaking over us, but announcing that she was tired of even hearing from us. And we need to dissect a culture that allows people to do such things. Show up in spaces where they're not even invited, where their opinions were not even asked for, where the conversation was amongst ourselves. You felt so bold and so audacious to make this comment that you are even tired of hearing from us. Well, Sharon, I got bad news for you. We're not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. We're going to keep talking about the issues that concern us. We're going to keep talking about our history. We're going to keep talking about our accolades, our accomplishments, our healing, our community. Whether you're fed up or not, your feelings have nothing to do with our community, our development, our growth, our goals, who we are as human beings. Your feelings will never outweigh our humanity. But I do appreciate you for at least being honest. Now you can be an honest piece.
I think that it is at this point that we need to come to peace with the fact that we black people, we've tried creating the relationship between black people and Latinos, but you realize that it's so hard for a black person to show a person that believes that a dark-skinned person is not a good person, is a person not to relate with, you know. And this also shows that, okay, I'm African, but I've been seeing these things going all around, so I can have something to say about it, you know. So, like, foundationally black Americans, all they have is themselves. That's what I mean. Even if you look at my video, what I always say is that the only asset that a black person has is their unity. Those are the only people who got your back. There is nobody got your back as yourself, as you amongst yourselves. And it feels so sad because for the longest time, black people have been reaching out to different groups to come together, but it seems that some of them are still not getting it. But now it reaches a point where a black person gotta understand that it is time, and they have to defend themselves, because for the longest time all that foundationally black Americans have been receiving is just the same betrayal over and over again, backbiting. And when these people go meet white folks, they defend the white folks, they leave black folks alone, they leave black folks out of it, you know. And like the way the narrator just said, when something happened that favors the black community, now they want to relate with black people. For the longest time, I've been saying this, trying to bridge this gap between the two of us, black people and Latinos generally. And I understand, kind of, we have different histories. For example, foundationally black Americans Africans, Latinos, especially Hispanic Latinos. At some point, we are having different story, but generally, the converging point is Africa. The melting point is Africa. Even though some people usually say that black copper Americans were already in America, trust me, not every black person went to the United States through slave trade. Some were just explorers by nature. Earliest people to explore other parts of Africa were black people. So in as much as they were already black people, get to know that they came from Africa. Hispanic, Afro-Latinos, Afro-Hispanics. I know there are most people who are affected because they are at the fence. You find that these Latinos are in their family, they are their relatives, some are their brothers, some are their sisters, but they keep on treating them like this because it's crazy. And if you hear their confessions about the things that they're saying against black people, and while you hear what black people say about Latinos, black people always say things to do with unity. How can we unify? And for me, even if you look at my past videos, I usually say that, look, it is better for a black person, at least a black man or a black woman, to at least marry a Latino man or a woman rather than marrying a white person. It is at least because these people share at least some struggle. But now it's getting out of hand when we have people who doesn't understand things that are going on to the black community. They don't understand, like literally they don't understand. And it is at this time that the black community needs to stand for themselves, need to defend themselves, understand we Africans and African Americans, or unfortunately black Americans, we have our differences, but at least if we try bridge the gap between us, because I know we also have our struggles, we have our fights that we've been having for the past time, but at least we are not that much worse as these Hispanics sometimes behave, you know. And I did a couple of Latino videos, and I thought that would be the end of it, but I keep on saying some things that I might want to address about this video, because damn, it's becoming so much serious about it, because we people were fighting to defend ourselves, we are fighting to come up together, like unify as ourselves. But you realize that that's so hard to happen, because the people who are fighting for come and stab you on your back. You understand how that goes? So it's crazy out there. And my message to a black person is, one, you only have your back. As a black person, you get to look for your fellow black person. Be your brother's keeper, because that's the only unity you have. I know we have microaggression amongst ourselves, black people, but we can do better by ourselves. Time has proven it. We are being nice, but we are being taken for granted. We are being nice, but we are being taken for granted. If I say we, I'm talking about black people in general, because even Africans are being put in the same umbrella, because until an African talks, African in USA, until they talk is when they know is either he's a native African or he's an African American or black American. That's when you'll know. So, like phenotypically, we are both in this. We are all in this. We are all in this. And discrimination as a black person, I really understand what's going on, and this is something that we need to talk about. So, yeah, I feel like a black woman should be respected. And yeah, that should be accordance to what they have done since history ever, because we have great black American women who have done great things, even outside America, even here in Africa. I can tell you even a number of them, you know. Yeah, so I feel like I need to talk about this. I'm calling out black people, African Americans, foundationally black Americans, American blacks. The only asset you have is your unity. Use that to your advantage. Develop your brother, support your businesses, be there for each other, because you only got yourself. It's painful, but that's the truth. For the longest time I've been saying, oh, we need to get together, we need to find unity. No, sometimes we need to take some measures which might not sound good, but are for the better, and that's just that. And I mean, tell me what you think about this in the comment section, guys. Until then, peace, love, and harmony. Salute.